come on. Can I get you a glass of milk, honey?
Milk? I'm a Barrymore. Get me a drink and make it a double.
The Barrymore name is also a curse. Almost all of her ancestors were alcoholics. And by the time she was 13, so was Drew.
Well, the first time I had drinking anything was when I was 8.5. And I just have little sips here and there, and then like if you can't control it, it progressively gets worse, And unfortunately, I was one of those people.
And it wasn't just the drink. It was also the drugs.
I did experiment with drugs, and I did try them, and I'm actually really glad I got that over with so that I could, it's like I almost am sadder when I see adults doing drugs than kids because adults know better, or hopefully know better.
And if someone's feeling insecure, it's because they shame and guilt themselves. Walk us through a bit about how those two were these bad friends of yours for a while, and then you were eventually able to let them go.
I'm just letting them go, especially with stuff with my mom. I think most people idealize this sort of nuclear family, and I just have felt pain and guilt and shame my whole life that wasn't our story, our life experience. It hurts me to know that there is pain there for her, for me. It just destroys me. So I'm working on that. I felt a lot of guilt and shame around drinking because a lot of my sort of least desirable experiences had probably something to do with me being drunk, So I'm amazing that you would keep doing something that doesn't serve you. Yeah. I felt pain and guilt and shame every time I did feel like I acted in a way that wasn't as gracious and patient as I wish I could always be. Mm-hmm. These are really go-to, overly available emotions that I am just I can't be nearing 50 and still function like this. Mm-hmm. So it's like kicking out bad roommates. You're just guess what? You are a sloppy, horrible person. You have bad energy. You're negative. You're messy. And I can't live with you anymore. Mm. We don't live forever. And nobody wants to think about death or dying, but it's an inevitability that we all share in common, and we really don't even know actually when it's coming. So there's a part of me that's just I can't do this anymore. Mm-hmm. I'm fatigued. I'm exhausted. I'm desperate to know what the other side of this feels like. I've had these fantasies of being Greta Garbo in my bed and my friends tending to my bedside or talking on the side on the phone ooh, we're really worried about her. It just doesn't happen because it's just I just am oh God, except for funny enough with my drinking, my friends did do that. They were we gotta get in there and be honest with her. And that's true friends. Friends who kick your butt and hold up mirrors to you, mm-hmm. or tell you when they don't like what they see or want you to see your reflection and feel good about it. That's true friendship. I'm all in for tough love. When you don't sweep things under the carpet, when you do not let them rot and start to stink, when you are willing to be brave and put it out there and discuss it out in the open. It wasn't even in front of others. It was just to find your voice and talk directly to that person. It forever formed me. It's that was such an important life journey that would color my path for the rest of my life. I want to put it out there. I want to encourage other people to not sit on things, but discuss it, be bold, and not afraid of what other people are thinking and feeling when they're digesting your sort of deepest stuff. Mm-hmm. Letting out secrets can be really liberating. If you're not feeling safe, how can you make yourself feel safe? Mm-hmm. If you're not getting that from others, how do you make it okay for you?
I've changed. Yeah. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I'm not sober. I don't work a program. What else I do is, my own business. Right. I was this is a toxic behavior for me. And my whole life it held me back because I knew that I couldn't surrender to something nor give it up. It was like that definition of insanity. You do the same shit over and over again, expecting a different result. I was a complete prisoner of my own behavior. And finally, 3.5 years ago, I was like, I can't do this anymore. It doesn't work for me. I'm never going to be that cool girl with the glass of wine at the party. Like, I'll want 3 bottles. Like, that's just my personality. It's my addiction. And when I finally let go of that, it made me realize that I was capable of great change that I totally rebelled about. I was like, I will master this toxic behavior of mine. As if I could, I just did not think I could ever stop. That was a hamster wheel I'd be on my whole life. Because I wouldn't change for decades, like 4 decades I went, drinking, or less, I don't know, 3.5, I'm terrible with math. So many years that like the narrative was for me is this has a hold over you. You will never break this cycle. You are a prisoner of your own weakness. And every time that you fuck up in life, it has to do with this. You don't like yourself. And you're probably going to be stuck in that for the rest of your life because you won't give it up. Because you keep telling yourself one day you'll master this. And the last 3.5 years have been so awesome and so great. And I don't have any hang-ups with it. Again, I don't work a program. I pour people drink. I have alcohol in my house. It's just finally became a confident decision. So, but I do believe people can one day say, I've been stuck in a shitty cycle that I'm totally aware of, and for whatever reason, I convinced myself it would fix itself one day. And you have to do that hard, crazy work of just switching it. And sometimes maybe you're just so sick of yourself that you finally let go, or it's a really challenging thing and you struggle and sweat and scream through the whole thing. Whatever it is, I know people are capable of change.